Hey there, Aries. Welcome to your reading for the week, for mid-December 2022. We're going to look at your general energies here, and you have this breakthrough card. You know, everybody has had some sort of breakthrough, even in the 2023 readings that I've started. I think pretty much everyone had something about some sort of breakthrough in their life. And, it makes a lot of sense to me, but I do, for you, I think the breakthrough is right here. You're expanding, which I talk about with you all the time because you have Jupiter finally entering into Aries this year. It's going to retrograde, or it's going to move into Taurus, but then it's going to retrograde back into Aries at the end of the year, but next year. This is going to be very good for your expansion. And you also have, look at this. You have this promoter card as well. This right here is my favorite card in this deck, pretty much. So you have a lot of good stuff to look forward to. Here, Aries, I get a sense of needing to build your confidence in this row right here. Maybe it's about I think part of the breakthrough could have to do with attention because you have the sun here as well. So I feel some of you I feel like you need to get more attention on yourself, on the things that you do. You have the Eight of Wands, which is my card of social media. So it's if you have a business, if you have a YouTube channel or something like that, I feel like you need to kind of promote yourself more or put yourself out there more. And I feel that there are some things that could be kind of holding you back, and it could be worries or fears. You have the Five of Pentacles. I keep getting the words loss for money, but the words that are popping in my head are loss for money. That's literally how it's popping into my head. I don't really know what that means. It's maybe you're worried about losing money or saying the wrong thing and losing money or something like that on social media. If you happen to have a social media, I don't know. That's that was way out there. So take it how it resonates here, Aries. But I think you're having some sort of breakthrough. This almost looks like the Ace of Swords there on this card. So definitely some big victories coming in for you. You have the Sun, the Knight of Wands, and the Five of Wands. Here's the thing, is you know what I see here? You know what this is? I know what this is now here, Aries. There's a lot of little mosquitoes in this reading. Five of Wands, Five of Pentacles, Five of Cups. Little annoying bugs flying around your head, right? That's what this is right here. I feel like you need to cut out the noise, number one, the buzzing, right? The people that cause noise in your life. For some of you, I feel there are other small annoyances that are going on around you. And I think if you allow these things to control you, then you're going to have a really hard time. If you just focus on yourself, then I think you're going to have a really good time. We're not talking about being greedy or anything like that. We're talking about focusing on yourself in a good way. It's maybe you're promoting yourself. Maybe you're focusing on your own expansion, being healthy and, doing good things for other people, but that actually aren't mosquitoes in your life, right? I feel there could be an annoying love situation going on in your life as well. It's kind of weird how it's set up like this. It's here to the Five of Pentacles to the Five of Cups. And I don't know. I feel like this is a cycle that has maybe come to an end. It could have been with an Earth sign. Could have been an Aquarius, a Scorpio, a Taurus, or a Leo. And so it could have been one of the fixed signs. Could have also been a Capricorn, I feel. And so if you've recently ended something with a mosquito in your life, then I feel like it's the end is what I feel here. It's no longer a mosquito in your life any longer. I feel that you, if there are any situations that you're in that make you feel boxed in, I feel you're just going to feel irritated. This kind of gives me the vibes of a snake shedding its skin. A snake, when it sheds its skin, it has to leave its old skin so that it can grow, and I feel that some of you are going through that shedding of your skin. You're kind of letting go of something and you just want more freedom. You have the Knight of Wands. You also have the Two of Wands as well. You also have this Sagittarius card that says expand on it. So for you, I feel like you really want to expand out into the world. You want to become something bigger than you are right now. And, that makes sense with, again, Jupiter entering into your sign and just, depending on when you're watching this, it might already be back in Aries. But, for the most part, I feel like you want to expand. You want to grow. You want to invest in situations that probably have more value to you, not Five of Pentacles. It's weird how I'm seeing this Five of Pentacles, because normally I would say that the Five of Pentacles is kind of like a result of certain actions that you take, right? Or that someone takes in your life. But it's popping into my head as something that like, you're wanting to get away from. It's almost like I see you as the man with the bell around his neck. We're going to skip forward. I have to. I can't control this, Aries. Sorry. We're skipping forward. But I feel like this is you. I feel like this is multiple situations. This lady right here. For some of you, it could be family. For others, I feel like it's a couple of things that are going on in your life. Could be your job, whatever. Anything that makes you feel that you are left out in the cold. But I feel like you're starting to notice things about people in situations in your life. You're noticing like the limitations that maybe people in your life put on themselves, or you're noticing how certain situations make you feel limited. And I feel like this is starting to be a mosquito, like I said. I feel like this is starting to be annoying, but in a good way, because I feel like it's getting you to move away from it. I hope this makes sense. With the Sun card, you have the Knight of Cups. Knight in Shining Armor, there's definitely love coming in for you. It would not surprise me if a water sign shows up for you this year. I'm not saying you have to, listen, I'm a Pisces. I totally get it, right? I wouldn't want to date me either. So, I totally understand if you're not into a water sign. But again, as I always say to people, it's not going to stop someone from trying to, get into your pants, for lack of a better term. So don't be surprised if there's a water sign that shows up this year, not just right now, but at some point. Could be a Knight in Shining Armor though, so it could be good. Next you have I read this as the Knight of Cups, which is very interesting. This is the Knight of Pentacles. So it could be an earth sign as well. But also, whenever I make a mistake like that, to me, it is not a mistake. I feel, again, I said what I said. With the Knight of Wands, you have the King of Wands. I feel like you are very bold, very assertive this year. I would definitely be embracing the King of Wands energy. I wouldn't spend too much time thinking, this year. I mean, that's not maybe what I really want to say. What I want to say is, I think if you think of something, something that you want to create, do, or have, go do it. Don't come up with an idea and think it to death, is really what I'm getting here. King of Wands, he's very bold, very assertive. He really has a lot of courage. He really goes for what he wants, and he just tries things. He is kind of like the true builder in the tarot, and he really, nurtures things into existence. I always say that he is like the true father, and here you go. You have the Six of Cups, which is children. And so even if you don't have children, it doesn't matter. This could be you just treating something like a child that you want to grow. With the Five of Wands, you have the Hierophant. Some of you could be thinking about marriage, but although there could be a conflict in marriage, Five of Wands, Hierophant. So I'm not so sure. And again, it could be with a fixed sign. So Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, or Leo, or it could be someone who has a lot of those in their chart. And so I feel like you're feeling the conflict, and some of you are just wanting the freedom, like we already talked about. Next, in the area of your next big change, you have the Sagittarius card. It says expand on it. I don't know. I've been beating you over the head with this for weeks now. So Jupiter in your sign, you're going to be expanding. I think the important thing to remember here, especially with the World card as well, is that you're expanding into the world. And so you could be getting a lot of attention. This is great for those of you that, want to have a YouTube channel, that want to, get attention. We are all always getting attention for something, like in work or love or whatever, right? And as long as you're doing positive attention, then you're going to be very successful. But, I would also be looking for things that are bigger. Sometimes I think, people need to understand that astrology can't do anything for us. Tarot can't do anything for us. It's just hey, these are some opportunities that you should take advantage of. So with Jupiter in your sign, what I would do if I were you is I would look for opportunities that are bigger than you, or opportunities that will cause you to expand because maybe they're harder, maybe because they require more skill or whatever. These could be work, business opportunities, could be love opportunities, whatever the case may be. If it causes you to have to grow and expand, which might not be easy, but the result will be great, right? Then it's totally worth it. I would encourage you to move towards those opportunities. You have the Five of Pentacles, the Six of Cups in the world. Again, a mosquito right here. We already talked about this. I feel like you're noticing the things that kind of make you feel weak, and I feel you could be removing those things from your life. I feel like you've also outgrown something here. It could be a person for some of you, like we already talked about, this fixed sign person that is showing up here. Next, you have the Six of Cups. I feel like you are very focused on your happiness. Some of you, I've been getting a message for you for a year that some of you could even be reworking an idea from when you were a child. It's like maybe you always wanted to be like a mechanic, or maybe you always wanted to be a ballerina, but maybe you're not right now. I feel like you could be going back to your childhood, and you could be kind of revisiting some ideas of like what you wanted to be when you grow up. You might not be the exact thing that you wanted to be, but I think you're looking at how you can get close, or how you can be closer to what you want. And this is going to be a good thing. I think it's going to lead to a lot of achievements for you. You have the world, so I feel you're achieving a lot in the world. I would encourage you to get out into the world as well. That's like really what I feel with the world card, is I feel it's talking more, not so much about like achievements. I think that's part of it. There's tons of achievement in this reading. It's an amazing reading, but I think it's more talking about kind of like how you express yourself onto the world or into the world, and how other people see you is for whatever reason. And again, that makes sense with Jupiter in your first house. I mean, first house is how people see you, but I would be working on kind of like your appearance, how you want people to see you. Some of you, I feel like you've been thinking a lot about that, like how you want to be perceived, right? And so you could be stepping into that energy of something more. With the Five of Pentacles, you have the Six of Swords. Moving on from something. I feel like you're moving on to calmer shores. You're definitely cutting things out here. I don't think you're cutting one or two things out. I think you're cutting a lot of things out of your life. With the Six of Cups, you have the Queen of Cups. Definitely, like I said, there could be a water sign all up in your business. For others, this could be you. Like some of you could be dealing with children. Again, I kind of got that here with the King of Wands. The Queen of Cups is like the mother as well. So some of you could be a mother. If you're not a mother, you could be a father, like I said. But there is something about children here showing up. I feel like it's good. I'm not really picking up on what it is. If anything, I think it could be causing you to change, is what I would say. Like if this is for you, if you are having children, obviously it's not going to be for all of you. But if you are, then I would say that it is the thing, it could be the thing that is motivating you to change for the better, right? With the World, you have the Four of Wands. It's interesting that some of you are thinking about marriage, or you're thinking about connection. So some of you might be thinking a lot about love right now. Maybe you haven't been thinking about love, and maybe now you are. So there just seems to be a deeper focus on like wanting love or desiring a connection. For others, I feel like you're just, you could be committing to anything, basically. Next, we are going to look at the good stuff. So it doesn't matter what shows up here. It's going to be positive no matter what. You have this promoter card. It says, new idea project has great potential for success. I also feel like you could be promoting yourself. That's really what I got when I put this down. Like, I feel for whatever reason, I kind of felt like it was saying, like, don't be afraid to promote yourself. Don't be afraid to talk about yourself. I feel like there's some sort of fear connected to social media for some of you. It's like, I don't know, like just to give you an example, it's like there's a billion freaking scammers out there claiming to be me, on social media, and I don't like it. So, I don't know. Some of you, I feel like, are freaked out about that, but I feel like you need to, like, I also feel that you need to not allow the fear to prevent you from finding success, right? It's like sometimes, I remember years ago, I had a girl who used to have a tarot channel, and like someone told her that they were going to come kill her family or something like that. It's like typical, troll BS basically, and it really freaked her out. But I tried to tell her at the time, like, hey, unfortunately, this is YouTube. Unfortunately, there are mean people who are just going to be mean to you. And I really get this feeling that some of you, it's like you want to do something, but, you could have those fears. I'm not saying that it's social media. It could be anything, And again, it makes sense to me because we have Pluto going into Aquarius next year for a brief period of time. It's going to retrograde back into Capricorn, but it doesn't really matter. I believe personally that we're entering into the age of Aquarius. We're entering into this time of Aquarius, whatever you want to call it. And to me, the biggest fear all of us will have is the risk of exposure, the risk of putting something out into the world and being criticized, being wrong, or, getting negative attention, right? So I feel like this is saying you need to like feel the fear and do it anyway. You need to promote yourself more here, Aries. You have the Two of Wands, the Eight of Wands, and the Five of Cups. Again, no matter what shows up here, it's going to be positive. I feel like this Five of Cups is saying that you're being more grateful for the things in your life that move you forward. You're being more grateful for the things that make you happy as well. It's 10-10 right now, by the way, Aries. So, love it. But, this is a card of gratitude. If he turns around, he sees these two cups, also this bridge and this castle. I also feel that some of you, maybe you've been fearing. It's kind of interesting because between this card and the Eight of Wands here, I get this sense of like fearing that you're not going to find something. Like, and what I mean by that is sometimes I think we get out of a relationship and we're like, I'm never going to find a good person like that again. Or I'm never going to find a person again. And to me, this is saying, no, wrong. You're going to find something that's better. You're finding something that's much more fulfilling, something that'll lead to much more happiness. I feel like there is quick success coming in for you with this Eight of Wands. I also feel like there's good news coming in for you as well. I feel like this news has to do with work because we go like this. We go to the Three of Pentacles. So some of you, this could be like a raise or promotion. I love the Three of Pentacles because it's a card of quality work, and it can represent being recognized for the quality of the work that you do. So amazing. You also have the Two of Wands. Two of Wands about taking the lead, and you end with the Emperor, which is like you. So I really feel you're taking the lead at this time. I also feel that some of you could be moving, by the way, and if you are moving, I feel this is going to be a positive change for you just in general. So definitely very good for you, Aries. With the Two of Wands, you have the Seven of Pentacles, change in direction. I mean, Seven of Pentacles literally is a change in direction. Some of you could literally be moving. I also feel that if in work or business, you're becoming more profitable. There's like more money. With the Eight of Wands, you have the Three of Cups. Three of Cups is celebration and happiness. I feel there could be a lot of benefits from, positive connections in your life. And I feel a lot of you are, again, you're getting rid of the mosquitoes. I feel like you're much more focused on the positives in your life. With the Five of Cups, you have the Seven of Cups. Again, Seven of Cups can be being spoiled for choice. So again, as far as the good stuff is concerned, I feel like you have a lot more options at this time. Finally, we're going to see what you don't see coming, and you have this Yang energy card. This always reminds me of like the Ace of Wands. So I do feel like there could be some new beginnings or a new beginning coming in for you here. I also feel like a lot more happiness on this card. So if you're creating something, I feel there's a lot more happiness coming in there. You have the Knight of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, and the Emperor. So I feel that, again, a lot of you are going to be sitting on your throne. Maybe you just don't expect this. Maybe you don't expect the success that's coming in for you. I also feel like, again, you could be getting a lot of attention. It almost kind of gives me the vibes of like you just not needing to do much at all as well. So a lot of you, could be receiving rewards or receiving money, and maybe you just don't have to do much, as much for it. It's like you've built up a lot of, energy or momentum in the past. And you have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles says teamwork makes the dream work. I am getting love here for some reason. So again, if you're attracting love, then I would say you could be attracting a person who's really willing to put in the work, a person who really wants to make things happen, a person who wants to build something of quality as well. Again, Three of Pentacles I love for love, because it represents a person who wants to build something of quality, a person who wants to build something that lasts, not just something, not just some random relationship, right? Something much more serious. And you also have the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like you're much more prepared to put in the work than you realize. I do feel like you need to get moving. Knight of Pentacles, too cautious, doesn't move forward fast enough. So I do feel like you need to start putting in the energy to kind of like make things happen. But I do see a lot of success with this Knight of Pentacles. So I definitely like this energy for you just in general. Looks really, really good. With the Knight of Pentacles, you have the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is a card of quick success and good news. So I definitely feel something about news here coming in for you. And it could be news from a distance. If we go down here, we have the World, Eight of Wands, Knight of Pentacles. So if you've been waiting to hear back from anything, maybe you've been waiting for approval, maybe you've been waiting to hear from a specific person, I feel like this is communication coming in for you. By the way, if you're interested in a person from a distance, this could also be, you communicating with them. But Eight of Wands is moving as well. So if you're in something long distance, I see moving and kind of makes sense to me. Whenever we have Jupiter in our sign, we can like move or travel a lot. It's like, I had Jupiter in my first house like this year, but also like last year. And I've spent the last year traveling like crazy. So I was like never home. And, it wouldn't really surprise me. It's not like accurate astrology, but I do find that a lot of people, when they have Jupiter in their first, they can like travel, move, because you're expanding into the world. You're expanding yourself, So I see a lot of that here. With the Three of Pentacles, you have the Six of Wands. Six of Wands, card of success and excellence. And I love that it's coming up with the Three of Pentacles. To me, that's an amazing combination because Three of Pentacles is being recognized for your work. Six of Wands, being recognized for your work. It's a card of excellence, just being good at what you do. So I feel there's a lot of attention for you. I would be promoting yourself. I really feel that's what this reading is talking about. That's how you're gonna have this breakthrough. With the Emperor, you have the Chariot. So definitely major victories coming in for you at this time. I also feel that some of you are leaving something behind. Again, on the Chariot, normally the Chariot driver is driving away from the city that is behind him. And where's he going? Who the hell knows, right? The two sphinxes that are normally in front of him are guiding him. They represent the universe, the mysteries of the universe. And it's like sometimes we don't know where we're going, but the Chariot driver just trusts that the universe is taking him in the right direction. There's a certain sense of confidence here where that I don't think you've had before. And you're just like allowing the universe to guide you. So amazing. Aries, love this reading. We're going to pull 3 cards now. I'm going to answer one question. If you have a question, great. Feel free to pause this reading and think of your question. If you don't, that's fine too. I'm going to put all 3 together at the end like a personalish reading. So I'm going to read these cards right now. You have the King of Swords, the Empress, and the Knight of Cups, finally. I knew the Knight of Cups was going to come up in your reading, so definitely could be love coming in for you, and it would be a knight in shining armor. If you're asking about love, I feel like this is a new person that's coming in for you. I feel you have the Emperor on the table as well, so, you know, you have divine counterparts here with the Chariot, so definitely I get long-distance vibes for some of you. That's not true for all of you, but for some of you, I feel like there is distance here. It's gonna require travel. That's what I'm getting, basically. For others, I kind of feel like a little like an element of, you know, what I would call like law and order going on here. If you're dealing with something legal, this could be like an offer that you are receiving. You might also be on the losing side, by the way. It's popping into my head, so I have to say it. If you are on the losing side, I feel like you know you're on the losing side, but this could be a favorable offer. It's like sometimes I think we can lose in a legal matter, but, you know, maybe what you're getting hit with is less than what you originally thought. You get what I'm saying here? So that's only going to be for like 1 or 2 of you, obviously. For others, I feel like there's a lot of abundance coming in. And it's coming in from a dream. The Knight of Cups is a dream. He's normally looking into that cup, dreaming of his future life. So I feel like you could be receiving abundance in the form of like one of your dreams. But this looks amazing. So thank you for being here, Aries. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your Sun, Moon, and Rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.